Everybody does not deserve access to your dreams. The moment you announce your plans to the world, you invite opinions, negativity, jealousy, and doubt into your life. Some people clap for you in public, but secretly hope you fail in private. Real success is built quietly. A seed grows underground before anyone sees the tree. Stop talking so much about what you're going to do and start showing people what you already did. Winners don't waste energy making announcements. They put their head down, stay focused, and let results make the noise. The less people know, the less they can interfere with your direction. Protect your vision like it's gold, because not everybody around you wants to see you rise. Most people fail because they talk too much and work too little. The moment you tell everybody your plans, you give people access to your vision before it is even built. Some people will smile in your face, clap for your dreams, and act like they support you, but deep inside they doubt you. Others will secretly compete with you, criticize you, or pray that you never succeed. That is why you must learn how to move in silence. Silence is power. When you stay quiet, you protect your focus, your energy, and your direction. A seed grows underground in darkness before it becomes a tree. If you keep digging it up to show everybody your progress, it will never grow. Your dreams work the same way. Stop seeking validation from people who are not building anything themselves. Everybody does not deserve access to your goals. The more people know about your next move, the more opinions you must deal with. Opinions create confusion, fear, pressure, and distraction. Instead of talking about success every day, spend that time working harder than anybody expects. Wake up early, stay disciplined, learn new skills, and build your future quietly. Real winners do not waste energy announcing every move they make. They let their results shock people later. When your life starts changing, people will suddenly ask how you did it, but they will never understand the lonely nights, sacrifices, and silent battles you fought to get there. Keep your plans private until they become reality. Move quietly, stay focused, and let your actions speak louder than your words, because success sounds better when it comes without warning. Not everyone around you is built to understand your growth. When you start talking about your goals, dreams, or next level plans, you automatically expose them to people who may not be emotionally ready to see you succeed. Some will listen with interest, but their silence carries doubt. Others will respond with comments that sound supportive, but are actually rooted in limitation. People often judge your future based on their past experiences, and that becomes dangerous when you start believing their perspective more than your own vision. You must understand that not every voice deserves a place in your decision-making process. There are people who will discourage you not because your dream is impossible, but because they are afraid you might achieve what they never attempted. Their fear becomes disguised as advice, and their insecurity turns into opinions about your life. If you are not careful, you will start shrinking your ambition just to make others comfortable. That is a mistake that destroys potential before it even has a chance to grow. Real growth requires mental protection. You cannot build something powerful while constantly exposing it to criticism, doubt, and unnecessary discussion. The strongest versions of people are not the loudest, they are the most focused. They move forward without needing approval, validation, or constant reassurance. When you stop explaining yourself to everyone, you start gaining control over your energy and direction. You begin to realize that not everyone deserves updates about your journey. Some people are only meant to witness the result, not the process. Keep your vision protected, keep your mindset clear, and understand that silence is not weakness but strategy. The fewer people who know your path, the fewer distractions you have to overcome, and the stronger your focus becomes as you move toward your goals without interference. Talking too much about your goals creates a false feeling of progress that can easily trick your mind into thinking you are already moving forward, when in reality nothing has been built yet. Many people fall into this trap where they feel motivated after sharing their plans with others, getting likes, approval, or encouragement, but that emotional boost slowly replaces real action. The truth is simple. Words are cheap, but discipline is expensive. Every time you talk about what you are going to do, instead of actually doing it, you reduce your urgency and weaken your focus. Your mind starts to relax because it believes the job is already halfway done, even though you have not taken the first serious step. Success does not come from announcing intentions, it comes from daily execution when nobody is watching. Real achievers understand that silence keeps pressure on performance. When you don't tell everyone your plans, you keep yourself accountable to results instead of opinions. You wake up with a clear mind, no external pressure, and no unnecessary distractions from people questioning your timeline or progress. Talking can also attract confusion because too many voices start entering your decision-making process, and suddenly your simple vision becomes complicated. Instead of building, you start explaining. Instead of executing, you start defending. That shift is dangerous because it slows down momentum. Action is what separates dreamers from achievers. Dreamers talk, achievers work. Dreamers imagine success, achievers create it step by step through consistency, sacrifice, and focus. The more energy you spend discussing your plans, the less energy you have left to actually complete them. Protect your progress by limiting conversations and de-increasing execution. Let your habits, not your words, define your direction and build something that proves itself without explanation. Your energy is one of the most valuable things you have, yet most people give it away freely without realizing the damage it causes. Every time you share your plans with the wrong people, you open the door for unnecessary opinions, doubts, and emotional noise that slowly drains your motivation. Not everyone who asks about your goals is interested in seeing you succeed. Some people are simply curious, some are skeptical, and others are silently hoping you do not rise higher than them. When you expose your vision too early, you allow their mindset to enter your space, and that can shift your focus in the wrong direction. Energy is not just physical, it is mental and emotional, and once it is disturbed, your clarity becomes weak. That is why protecting your energy is just as important as building your skills. You cannot afford to carry other people's ears while trying to build your future. Every negative comment, every discouraging opinion, and every unnecessary debate takes a small piece of your momentum. Over time, that becomes heavy and slows you down without you even noticing. The strongest people are not the ones who talk the most, they are the ones who guard their focus like treasure. They understand that not every conversation deserves attention and not every person deserves access to their vision. When you stop sharing your plans with everyone, you create a peaceful mental space where your ideas can grow without interference. Silence becomes protection and focus becomes strength. Instead of explaining yourself to people who do not understand your journey, invest that energy into improving your life. Stop letting outside voices shape your inner direction. Your progress depends on how well you manage your energy, not how well you defend your dreams. When you master this, you stop feeling drained and you start moving with clarity. Confidence, and unstoppable direction that no negativity can break. Real success becomes powerful only when it is allowed to speak for itself. You do not need to convince the world about your vision when your actions are strong enough to prove it. Most people waste years trying to explain their dreams, defend their ideas, or justify their plans to people who are not even part of their journey. But those who truly achieve something meaningful understand a different approach. They stay focused on building instead of broadcasting. They invest their time in creating results instead of collecting opinions. The truth is simple. People may doubt your plans today, but they cannot argue with your results tomorrow. That is why silence combined with hard work becomes a powerful combination. When you stop talking and start doing, your progress becomes your loudest message. Every step you take in discipline adds weight to your future success. Every sacrifice you make in private builds something. That will eventually stand in public. You do not need approval to succeed, and you do not need validation to continue. The world respects results, not intentions. Many people fail because they want recognition before achievement, but real winners reverse that process. They allow achievement to create recognition naturally. When your results start showing, people who once ignored you will suddenly become interested in your story, but by then your focus will already be on the next level. That is the power of letting actions lead the conversation. It removes unnecessary stress, eliminates distractions, and builds confidence that cannot be shaken by outside opinions. Instead of arguing with doubts, you let your success answer everything. Instead of explaining your journey, you let your growth tell the story. Keep working in silence, stay consistent when nobody is watching, and trust that what you are building will eventually become so strong that it will speak louder than any words you could ever say. Not every dream you carry is meant to be understood by everyone, because some visions are deeply personal and uniquely assigned to you. When a purpose is placed inside you, it is not given to the crowd for approval. It is given for you to carry, protect, and build until it becomes real. The mistake many people make is expecting others to see what they see, feel what they feel, and believe what they believe. But people can only interpret life through the limits of their own experience. And that means your biggest ideas may sound small or unrealistic to them. That does not make your dream wrong. It simply means it is yours to fulfill, not theirs to validate. There will be moments in your journey when you feel alone, misunderstood, or even doubted by those around you. But that is often a sign that you are walking a path that requires faith, discipline, and inner strength. You are not meant to get approval from everyone. You are meant to stay committed to what was placed in your heart. Every great achievement in life begins in silence, grows through struggle, and becomes visible only after persistence. If everyone understood your path, it would not be powerful enough to transform you. The isolation you feel is not a punishment, it is preparation. It is shaping your mindset, strengthening your patience, and building your character for what you are becoming. You must learn to trust your direction even when no one else supports it. Keep moving even when motivation is low, keep believing even when results are slow, and keep building even when recognition is missing. Your assignment is not to impress people, but to fulfill the vision given to you with consistency and faith. When the time is right, everything you have been building in silence will rise and speak for itself in a way that requires no explanation.